Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another Monday night here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Matthew, your Dungeon Master for this evening. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we were last together. Unfortunately, life happens sometimes. It seems to be happening more frequently now that things are getting back to normal, but we'll work our way through it. Before we jump into what happened last time, though, a couple things we want to call out real quick. I want to say thanks to our friends, Little Dragon Corp. You put exclamation point Little Dragon into the chat. That'll give you a link to their website. Don't forget to use the discount code BONUS. You'll get 15% off your order. And they do ship anywhere in the world. So definitely check them out. Let them know we sent you. And then we also have Cardboard Castle Games. They are located in Evans, Georgia. You can put an exclamation point CCG into chat. That'll get you a link to their website. And if you swing by their brick and mortar location and talk to them there, let them know we sent you, and they'll take real good care of you. So with that being said, we will jump into what happened last time. Our party has, using Art's connections with the Harpers, was able to arrange for magical travel to the city of Everlund. They proceeded to sort of branch out and look to, well, a couple of them had different plans. Fury went off looking for trouble, I guess is the best way to put it. Looking for dwarves, as she had a package to deliver to someone who she was told was last seen in this area. And she was aware that this person was being hunted by dwarves. Murdoch, Lydia, and I believe it was Rose at that point had gone to arrange for travel on a ship to get them a little ways up the river as they were attempting to get closer to the Nether Mountains. Lydia Murdoch initially attempted to purchase a ship, and then realizing that they would just sort of be abandoning it at their next port of call, were able to sort of haggle with the local fisherman to rent his services to ferry them away. He advised it would take them a couple of days to get up there, so their plan is to leave first thing in the morning. But before that, before their fateful departure on their 3-hour tour, our party ran into an invisible person. Conversations were had and a meeting was arranged. Well, during said meeting, as it kicked off, the party was betrayed. They learned that there had long been a dirty, rotten, backstabbing, snake in the grass.
Oh my god.
Barbarian.
Okay.
I didn't add all those adjectives.
Rose called out and sided with with her clansmates in their attempt to capture both Sarah and this strange, invisible person. Battle ensued. Rose was slain, unfortunately, as she had been lit on fire and just literally burned to death.
In my arms.
As Murdoch was attempting to find out what caused this sudden shift from her behavior. The young boy has aided the party and himself in thwarting this dwarven menace. Currently, there appear to be no dwarves left in this square, but there is still a floating sphere of Murdoch's magical power where the party last saw 2 dwarves and basically a giant. Well, maybe not giant, like a 7-foot tall dwarf. And that's where we're going to pick up tonight's session is as I told the party before we started this evening, we are technically still in initiative. So, well, and as you at home can see, currently Furia and Sarah are not with us. They will be joining us just shortly. But until then, they will be on Roleplay Light. So, with that being said, we go to the top of the order with Sarah. And she is just sort of going to use her movement to get up nearer to Murdoch. And just sort of look down at Rose. And Murdoch, as you're closest, her face is probably a little difficult to read right now. She's looking at someone she's been traveling with who's dead, who just tried to do harm to her. I'm not 100% she really knows how she's feeling right now. Okay, that brings us over to next Furia, who is basically going to do the same thing and use her movement as she, I believe, is still a fire elemental. It's going to come up nearer to Murdoch and Sarah. But at that same point, as she's getting closer to you, she's going to hang back a little bit, so she is still somewhat closer to this younger human boy. And then that brings us over to Lydia.
Yeah, I'll just head on over to everyone too.
Oh, okay.
Not kind of confused about roads and everything still, so. But yeah.
You were muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. That, wow, happened earlier this week. That would bring us to Art and Elam.
I don't know.
Yeah, Emil would just kind of like gravitate towards the middle of everybody, just kind of like for protection, and just kind of look around, but not really say much.
Oh.
When was the last time that we saw anybody else?
Oh, probably maybe 24, 30 seconds ago. Hasn't even been a minute yet.
Okay, I'm not currently concentrating on anything, I don't believe, so I'm going to pop a detect magic and see if there's anybody invisible around within range.
Okay. So, as you cast your spell, you do in fact see a 7-foot-tall, glowing humanoid shape within the orb.
I knew it. He turned invisible again. He didn't teleport out.
Artemis, you would remember there were 3 people in that orb initially. You
The
see
other
one
ones
invisible
definitely
shape.
did teleport out.
So 3 and then 1 now visible.
No, so you originally, when Murdoch cast a spell, she captured 3 people in there.
Yeah.
You cast your spell now, there is only a single, you're only seeing 1 person with it.
Mm. I guess in the interest of making sure that Murdoch is still concentrating on that. I guess, can I just like make Murdoch aware of it? Can I just like
Yeah, you
free
use your
action,
action.
like,
I
hey.
mean, you can call it out if you want. I mean, you can.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Murdoch, there still is someone in that big ball of up in there.
She, seeing what happened to Rose, she was probably starting to lose concentration. So I would say that maybe gets her to refocus.
Oh,
She doesn't say anything though.
okay, so just... Okay, and that brings us to Murdoch then.
Well, Ink knows, like, the truth, but I think Murdoch would, because I was, like, holding Rose's shoulders, when she collapsed. So I'm right there.
Yep.
I would, what she would do is do a medicine check on her to see if she passed out, or if she died. I think her skin is probably burning off, but
Yeah.
that's what I do.
Okay, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Okay. Do. 17.
Yes, you take a couple of moments as, again, that sort of shock, the whole shock going through as you start to check. Again, you can tell, much as you said, the skin is burnt and blistered, just horrible to see. And as you sort of reach up and place one hand in front of Rose's mouth and nose, there is no air, no breathing. You can tell she has passed on as a result of the flames.
I guess she just, because everyone's starting to gather around, so she just says, she's gone. And I think I just end my turn with that.
Okay. So, where you are holding concentration is everybody's sort of gathering up. So you've got about 30 seconds at this point. And so we're just going to skip forward about 5 rounds. Because your sphere can last 10 minutes, correct?
Yes, it can last 10 minutes.
Yep, so somebody else got something that has a limit of a minute. So, that being said, we're going to jump forward. So is there anything that you guys would be, quick conversations? You've got about a half a minute as things are as you're all sort of gathering up by Rose.
I would say, is it worth reviving her? Do you want me to? So many questions.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't get an answer.
I mean, I just met you all, but they were trying to abduct me.
But this one, she's traveled with us for quite some time.
And Sarah will mention it, and she tried to take me too. We don't know why.
Well, revive her if you want. But if you think that she'd rather be left be, then I understand that too.
God, I just give me a second. I need to think. Approximately 20 of those 30 seconds go by while I think. Save the diamond for now. If need be, you can speak with the dead.
Tomorrow, yes.
We could... I don't know, there's several bodies.
They're actually
This
orange
always happens.
because Artemis,
Well, they're like dust!
yeah, Artemis literally just
True.
nuked the landscape.
They're
Sorry.
there was several explosions.
Not sorry.
We could... Oh my god, I find this so disgusting. We could take her body and we could ask her later. Ew.
The thing art where you keep the body kind of in stasis.
I mean, I can do that.
Would that help?
Do we need the information? I guess we could always.
What? You just want to know why she did?
What her
What she did?
motivation was? Yeah, she was with us for quite a long time. It's
I mean, is there any answer that's gonna satisfy you? I don't know.
the truth. Okay.
And about
Alright.
that time as you're having this conversation, all of a sudden, two dwarves appear back within the orb.
Ah, did they just bamf to somewhere else?
Go ahead.
Are they
and,
visible?
Artemis, as they pop back in, I'll give you a free Arcana check.
Natural 20.
So, given what you know about the spell that Murdoch has cast and how magic magic doesn't go through it easily, and it extends into the ethereal plane as well, and the fact that they were gone for just about a minute, your best guess is that they cast banishment on themselves, expecting, oh, everyone's gone, let's drop concentration. They came back and all is still up.
Kinda funny.
Just gonna risk that fall damage, huh? Well, now you've got something else to worry about.
Now, based on where the spellcaster is in the initiative, that would bring us back to Murdoch.
Okay.
Please reiterate. When they reappeared, did they reappear back in the sphere?
Yes.
Oh.
Because the spell will allow them to be shunted 5 feet if there is something blocking them. There is nothing currently blocking them that would allow them to sort of get pushed out outside of it.
Okay. I am going to... What am I gonna do? Well, I'm going to walk over Rose. Back towards the sphere, which I believe is like sort of either on the bridge or slightly to the side of it.
Yeah, it's like it's right at that sort of entrance area of the bridge, within a couple of feet of it. So,
I would like to know, because it's my own spell. A lot of my magic creates things inside people's mind. They're psychic. Does that still require a path through the wall of force to the target, or as long as I see them, can I create it inside their mind in there without sending a spell from me to them?
okay, I believe. Yeah, so no, technically speaking, creatures within the spell are considered to have full cover.
Okay.
So,
But they can still hear, correct? It doesn't block like things like sound. They're not like deafened while in there, right?
Air. Can air go in? I can create water and drown them.
just checking. No, I'm just checking.
I don't
here.
want.
Profit zone.
I don't necessarily want to.
A little dark, but
Yeah, I don't necessarily. I mean, for ease, like I'm trying to figure out if my dissonant whispers can still reach them in there.
Okay, I will say yes for that because while Crawford has said that spells can't impact people within total cover unless it specifically calls it out, what you're dealing with is sound, and as long as they can hear you, which they can, the spell doesn't specify that blocks audio.
Alrighty. In that case, I will walk towards them with my cane, and I will target the spellcaster with the dissonant whispers. So he has to make a wisdom save.
Okay. Let's see here. Wisdom save. Where are you? Oh, okay, yeah, he's fine. That is a 26.
That's okay. He'll still take half damage. So while I'm walking towards him, he'll take five psychic damage. I'm kind of like walking with my cane, and I basically whisper to him as part of that dissonant whispers. I say, "You are going to explain yourself," and I tap my walking cane very hard on the stone when I release the spell and do a little bit of damage to him, because I can keep you in there as long as I want. And I only need one of you to tell me.
damn.
Please go. This over to you. Let's see. I don't really think you can do anything because you are all. Ah, so that guy's just gonna sit and sort of glare and just because he's just sort of running his hands around the hilt of his weapon, staying out of the group of you. So that will bring us over to Sarah. So Sarah, currently you were standing right next to Murdoch and Rose's charbroiled body. Murdoch has since walked away, and you can now see within the orb that had been empty, two of the dwarves have reappeared within, and Murdoch has started to walk away and is seeming to start to converse with them.
I'm gonna walk up to Murdoch and kind of brandished my crossbow. Do they need convincing?
We'll see. I don't know if Dragonborn have tear ducts, but my eyes are definitely twitchy.
Oh, we had a discussion about whether we should revive Rose or not. I don't know if they would be privy to that.
Oh, fair enough. Just a second here. For some reason when
When has come to us.
Sorry, our cameras are going to be a little wonky for those of you at home as our last players just joined in, so we're going to be shifted for a moment. So, yes, for Sarah and Furia, there was a brief conversation as y'all are still technically in initiative on whether or not Rose should be revived. The party's current, the remaining party members' current opinion was to save the diamond. We can always speak with dead.
Mm-hmm.
Speak with dead is less reliable, though. just so you know.
I'm gonna look at Murdoch. I'm not against making more corpses. She's gonna like wipe her eye under her glasses.
We're angry old ladies.
We
You
are. Here, I have my glasses. I don't know why I didn't just like.
Well, I think she made her point. I think we should leave her as is.
Right?
And you're right, we can always speak with it. Although there doesn't seem to be much left, unfortunately.
All of you find this. Well, actually, I should say, Furia, would you have dropped your elemental form?
Oh, you're right, I would
Yeah,
not. I would
you're
still be
still fire.
fire. I'm speaking in Ignian right now.
You are hearing the. It sounds like the most beautifully crackling fire. You can tell Furia is very passionate about whatever she's trying to say.
Yeah, I picture like bubbles and like flames, like a crackler. One of those like the snakes.
The snakes?
So is-
Yeah, like the snakes
firework.
fireworks. Yeah,
Oh.
it makes like the poop coil.
We don't have a lot of fireworks here in Canada.
Yeah,
Come down here. We have all the fireworks.
that's why you go to your families in Florida, so you can shoot off all the fireworks you want.
So as Sarah's come up and join and sort of gets her crossbow ready, that'll bring us to Furia. So Furia, we had you sort of join the group. So everyone moved away from the orb and sort of gathered up by near where Rose was.
Mm-hmm.
And then Murdoch and Sarah have started to walk away from the group back towards the orb now that these two dwarves have reappeared.
Okay, so there's still threatening dwarves around.
Well, they are still within Murdoch's wall of force, like this floating globe. And Artemis did call out that they saw one very large person who was invisible.
Are we
Okay.
still in initiative?
Technically, yes.
Well,
Okay.
knowing that my particular spell works within, I believe it's 10 days, and that's the only one I can do, so I'm going to leave and go over towards the dwarves and the spear as far as I can. I got 40.
Oh, yeah, you can,
50
literally, you
feet
can
of
get
movement.
right up next to it.
Okay. I'm just going to wait, see what people say.
Okay.
Ready to fight if I need to.
Right. So that brings us up to Lydia then.
Lydia's gonna still stand sort of close to Rose,
Okay.
but turn her body towards the dwarves.
Okay.
Sort of like, what are we doing with them? Okay.
So as
I
you,
don't know. I don't know if I can respond.
Yeah.
as you pose that question, that would bring us to Art and. I'm sorry. What's your character's name?
It's Emil.
Emil. Why
Yeah,
do I have it down as
EMIL.
Emil?
You said it last round.
Yeah, I wrote it down as I just looked ahead. I was like, wait, I have Elim wrote down. So I
Elim.
went to Art and Emil.
Elim.
Eliminate your previous character.
Done and dusted. Reduced to, I might say.
Simmering, if you will.
I guess Art would sidle up alongside Emil just as a protective measure and still be kind of staring at the dwarves up in the orb as well. I mean, I still have fireball spells if you need that. We've already messed things up a little bit.
If would I be able to cast a spell on the dwarves in the sphere if the only thing it says is that within range that I can see.
What's the spell?
Crown of Madness I want to cast.
Let's take a look here. The hard part with the law is because of the specifications that the Wall of Force provides total cover.
Cover, okay.
It's very hard to get stuff around a wall of force. It's mostly to protect us.
Should have done a held action. That's what I should have done.
You have a person of fire, right? Standing right beside you, I mean.
and you still
A
can.
large
You're at the
person
same
of fire.
initiative. So if you want to hold an action, you haven't lost that turn yet.
Okay. I'll probably do that
Yeah,
then. I'll hold an action to fire off a fireball at one of the dwarves if Murdoch gives the okay and drops the force.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say no, Maddie.
Okay.
Only 'cause- yeah, because with this, it literally specifies that when you cast a spell, it creates a twist, like it creates something that appears on their head. So
Yeah,
I'd say
okay.
no, in this situation.
Hold those spells. You might get to use them.
Yeah, he'll just kind of he'll hold. So I see one spellcaster. Do I see one with a, or did I know if one is a melee weapon in their hands?
So yes, you would see one individual who you would recognize is, again, he is heavily armored, but he does have that holy symbol on him.
Mm-hmm.
You would believe this to be either a cleric or a paladin, given you've seen him casting spells during the last couple of the last minute and a half, or 2 minutes. You can draw your own conclusions on what he may be. The other individual does just seem have a short sword in his hand.
Okay. So yeah, I would hold Crown of Madness if something changes on the one with the short sword in his hand.
Okay. And Art, you said you were going to be holding a spell as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold a fireball if Murdoch drops the orb of force and she gives the go ahead. I'm gonna toast some more dwarves.
Okay. So, let's see, that brings us to this guy. Anything you can do that here? Let's see. Okay. You look over, and he looks over at the other door you can see, and you hear him mutter a couple of things in Dwarvish again. And he casts a spell. Here. Okay. That ends his go and brings us back to Murdoch.
Okay. The only thing I wanted to try was essentially, I will also move closer again, is I'm just going to tell them the first person that is willing to answer my questions gets to go.
you get no reaction from either of them whatsoever. Like they're looking at each other, and after that brief conversation, all speech is stopped for them. They don't even seem to glance your way. They don't appear to have any knowledge that you're speaking.
They don't have any knowledge that I'm speaking.
Do we know they can hear us through the bubble?
I think he's silenced in the bubble so that I can't cast spells on them.
Okay.
I'm guessing. Well...
Oh, I thought this was a bubble that Art made.
No,
I made
this
a bubble.
Murdoch made it.
Okay, you made the bubble.
Um...
You don't know about your own bubble?
I don't know if he cast a silent spell.
Murdoch knows that he can't. The guys within it can't cast spells out at you, and for the most part, most magic can't be cast in at them. The wall will intercept it.
Okay.
The only catch is things that are specifically vocal, like or voice only, because they can technically hear them.
Well, you know what? Fine. Fine. Fine, if you want to play that game, fine. I will just drop the bubble, and I will say, fine. Deal with all of them, then. I'm gonna drop concentration, I'm gonna turn and start going to leave. Plausible deniability for me. Whatever happens, happens.
And you were right up next to the orb, correct?
Maybe? I forget how far away I had been when I was with Rose.
It was only about 35 feet, because Rose
Yeah, we
was
weren't that
carrying
far.
somebody.
Okay, then I guess, yes.
Okay. So, immediately upon you dropping concentration, the invisible individual that Artemis can see, who had been holding an action, is going to take a swing at you.
Okay.
Does my fireball also go off?
If you consider Murdoch dropping the spell, if that's you considering it's okay, then yes, it would. Okay. So Murdoch, that is going to that is a nat 20 to hit. As Invisible has advantage. So that is...
I've taken no damage this fight.
I think I have either. But who wants to grapple with the fire elemental? I mean, come on.
Roasty toasty.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would take the invisible dude as like smacking the shit out of Murdoch as okay, you can fireball them, but
So that... Okay, so that is... Okay, that is... 31 bludgeoning damage.
I am resistant to bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay. So that'll be 15 bludgeoning damage then.
Okay.
And 19 psychic damage.
Psychic damage. Okay. Ow.
And that ends his held action.
Okay.
And you said you're moving away?
I was moving. I did start to move away. Yes, I know. Like a lot of like held actions are going off, but it's like still my turn. But yeah.
So if you're stepping back, the other two who were visible are both going to take a swing at you as well, as you're leaving their. Actually, I'll say only one of the two of them can because it's a fairly big orb. You wouldn't be right next to all three of them.
Would we
And
be?
that's an that
Sorry.
one. So.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sarah.
I was gonna say, would we be able to, since I had my crossbow out, would we be able to say that I have a action held of shoot?
You didn't specifically say
No.
it, so unfortunately not.
Dang it! I need to say I have to hold.
But both Art and Emil had held spells. So, Art, go ahead.
You're
And,
welcome.
go ahead and roll your fireball, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I need three. Three saving throws. So you. Okay. So I've got one pass and two fails.
Yeah. Okay. 29.
Oof. Okay.
And I think the evocation spells catches everyone who is closest enough to that.
Nice and toasty in here.
Oh yeah, no,
Do it more
that'll
often.
hit all three of them, and basically it sort of wraps around Sarah and Murdoch, as you can feel the warmth just sort of envelop you from this massive explosion, but does not touch you. Okay, and then
Is Emil releasing his spell as well?
Yes.
okay, so Crown of Thorns, that's a saving throw.
Yes, a wisdom save.
Okay.
I still haven't taken my actual action or bonus action.
Yeah, this. Yeah, so that is a 12. So I think that's gonna fail.
Nope. That fails. So is he still within range of the magic user that was in the orb with him?
Is who? Is who in range?
The
The thief?
so he fit, yeah, the one I just cast the spell on.
Yes, he's within 10 feet of him.
Okay, so I am mentally choosing that he's going to attack the magic user on his
Oh, okay.
next
So
turn.
no, he's not within melee.
Oh, he's not with-
range.
Oh,
He's in
okay.
melee range within the bigger one, the 7-foot dwarf.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'll have him attack him then on
Okay.
on
Do me a
his
favor.
next turn.
Just roll a d20.
His action. Okay.
I'll have you make the attack roll.
14.
That is going to end up being enough to hit. Okay.
Now what-
where is my... Here. Okay, not great, not horrible. Okay, so it carves into, where are you? Okay, that heavily armored individual is looking very rough. Between the fireball and now getting hacked by his own friend. And that brings us back over to Murdoch, who, as you drop concentration, everything just hit the fan.
Yep.
Right? I will use my bonus action to debuff the guy that hit me with a d10. And I am going to say that you definitely are going to regret that because it's a -9.
Jesus.
And then I will use a 4th level Psychic Lance on him. So it's a DC 17 Intelligence saving throw with a -9 modifier.
Just roll your
So I
damage.
don't
'cause,
think
yeah, there's...
I thought. Okay. 27 psychic damage.
Okay. As Murdoch turns and casts a spell at this individual, and you just watch as blood just starts pouring out from under this individual's helmet as he collapses face first on the ground.
Can I just say, I'm imagining this in my head as Murloc turning around and like, okay, and then a massive fireball goes off, people start attacking each other again, and the sky just has brain jelly. It's like, all at once.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, she looked over her shoulder and she, like, tilted her, like, little red glasses down, looked at him in the eyes, and he just falls over. And I will finish my walk away. Whatever happens to the rest of these guys, the lawyer is not going to see. I'm gonna go back to Rose's body and make sure that all of the fire that is still on her is getting put out.
Okay, so that brings us back to the top of the order, and Sarah.
Okay, wow. A bunch of things just happened. Is anyone still alive?
Yes, there is one individual who is wearing full plate mail, has a shield and a holy symbol on them, and there's another individual with a short sword held in a weird sort of backwards grip, but they have they also have a strange crown on their head.
Which one hit Murdoch, or did Murdoch just kill the one that hit her?
Murdoch just turned their
Okay. Brain to mush.
turned their brain into gut butter.
Okay. Okay, you said one has full plate mail, but the other one, does he have plate mail?
Nope. He looks to be wearing like regular leather armor.
I would like to shoot him.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
That is a 12.
Okay, let me check here. Okay, so unfortunately, that is not enough to hit.
Okay.
As you cast the spell, you just as you're firing off your shot, it seems like he was still getting ready to take another swing at this individual who just collapsed.
Okay. I would like to, as a bonus action, use Insightful Fighting to see if I can use my sneak attack to hit him again. Or could I do that on the other guy? I mean,
I'm unfamiliar with insightful fighting.
Insightful Fighting. As a bonus action, you can make an insight check against the creature you can see that isn't incapacitated, contested by the target deception check. If you succeed, you can use your sneak attack against that target, even if you don't have advantage on the attack roll, but not if you have disadvantage on it for 1 minute or until you use the feature against a different target. So
Reading your features!
So even though he can see me,
Yeah, so that would mean you'd be able to use your sneak attack damage. It wouldn't give you the ability to make another attack, though.
That's also true!
So
Okay.
you can use it. You can use insightful fighting on either one of them. Pick one, and we can.
okay. I didn't know I had to do it beforehand. I thought I could.
Yeah, either way. So it basically you make the check and it allows you to add that damage, but you still miss the attack, so you'd still have it.
Okay.
But go ahead. Which one are you going for?
Let's try weaker guy. No plate.
No plate. Okay. So this is your insight versus their deception.
Yes.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. That is
Using a
a
luck point.
14.
22.
Okay. So on your next, assuming that he doesn't get blown up before that, on your next turn when you attack, you'll be able to, if you hit him, you'll be able to use your sneak attack damage.
Okay.
Okay. Are you staying where you are?
I would like to back up a bit, just to be with to be a little bit out of sword range.
Oh, okay. Easy enough to back away. And that brings us over to Furia then.
I'm going to head over to the guy in plate. As long as he's not standing in water. I don't know where these guys fell. I'm assuming they fell on the bridge.
Yeah, they're literally like right at the... So basically where the bridge meets the main part of the ground, like that sort of wide open area, this is all happening right there.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna go up to him and try to. I guess it's called a touch attack, but punch him twice.
Let's go ahead and make your attack rolls.
Well, I don't think the first one's gonna work. That's a 10, but the second one is a 16.
Yeah, so they both miss, unfortunately.
All right, then I'm going to stand in his space.
Okay.
And he takes 1d10 fire damage, and he's now on fire.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your 1d10.
That's 3 points.
Okay. See now.
And I'm just gonna stand on top of him and like cross my fiery arms and just look like, well, there.
Okay. So that'll Furious go, and that'll bring us to Lydia.
See, Lydia's still shook about the whole Rose thing. She can't believe the betrayal, so I don't know if Lydia would still like take an action to like attack anyone.
Take your pain out on others.
Yeah, but Lydia wouldn't do that. Like, she just wouldn't. So she's gonna hold she's gonna hold the guiding bolt though, in case they come closer to her. Then she would let it loose. But otherwise she'd just kind of stand next to Rose's body, like her puppet, like, oh, what's going on?
Okay. And that brings us to Art and Emil.
Am I capable of maneuvering myself so that the two remaining individuals are in a line with one another? Like, I'm not sure exactly what their position is, but...
Not really.
Okay.
From where you are. I mean, you might be able to, but you would also know that that fire elemental that's been helping you would be in that line as well.
Right, but I do have something I could do to handle that if I could get the two in a line. Sorry.
You were up still by Rose's body. So yeah, given you'd be able to get down near them, but you wouldn't have quite enough movement to sort of circle around to line them both up. They're right down by the bridge.
Okay, that's fine. Then in that case, I will target the magic user with chromatic orb, and I will cast it at 2nd level.
Oh, okay.
So that will be, and I will choose fire damage to keep the fire going here.
Okay, so go ahead and make your attack roll.
21.
Okay, 21 will miss.
Ooh.
As you could see, he's sort of pulling back as this fire elemental is basically just sort of enveloped him, and he's flailing around. As you cast your spell, his shield ends up just sort of deflecting it off.
And if I were to use Bend Luck, would I have to use that before I know the result of the save?
What does it
So
specifically say?
I could use 2 sorcery points to roll a d4 and apply it as either a penalty or a bonus.
Oh, okay. You have to do it before the effects happen.
Okay, got it. All right.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So, Art, what would you be doing?
I guess though before I end my turn, I will try to. I'll use my 30 feet of movement to try to get the two in a line for me as best I can.
Yeah. So you can get most of the way down it. You have to use about maybe 5-10 feet of movement to actually get them lined up for next go.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. So that brings us to Art.
Um. Hmm. How hurt does the one that Emil just tried to hit look?
Uh, he's looking pretty rough, but it's sort of hard to tell because he is in the middle of a fire elemental.
Yeah.
So you really can't see a good look at him. Like you can
Okay.
tell he's not feeling good. He looked a little beaten up before the fire elemental sort of walked on top of him. But now all you're seeing is occasionally a weapon and a shield flailing out of the fire elemental's body.
Sorry.
Well, let's just add some insult to injury then. Boop, 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 boop. I'll do a firebolt.
Okay. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
Yeah. 12.
And unfortunately, that is going to miss. Seems to be as you cast your spell.
Oh,
you
sorry,
want
that
to
was
sort
my
of-
damage. That
Hmm?
was my damage, I'm sorry. Yeah, 3's not gonna make it though.
Okay,
Drat.
and you're staying where you are?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this individual is not happy. Has a fire elemental standing on him. So he's going to cast a spell. You're done with pissed off the dwarf. And you watch as he's going to take one step back, so he's just still within range of you, but just out of your actual body. And reaches up, grabs his holy symbol, starts muttering, head bowed down, and then looks up and just smiles. As all of you hear a strange sound of running water. As the river behind him begins to flood and rise. As he is flooding the area and raising the water level by 20 feet. And as
That's
it
a lot of
begins
feet.
to crash over the ground into this area. And just, again, as it's happening quickly, it's starting to come down on top of the bridge, roll into. He just sort of ducks down, lets the water roll over him, flames go out. Furious body starting to sizzle. As that is going to end his turn. And that will bring us to Murdoch, who, as you had started to walk away and glance back, all of a sudden, your pants are getting wet up to about mid-calf.
Oh my gosh, I can't just walk away, but she doesn't want to be here right now. She's having a mental breakdown and she needs to walk it off. Did I notice it, who cast that spell? I know it's kind of like more obvious who the spellcaster is, but I just want to be sure.
Yeah, you would know who cast it.
Alright, oh my gosh. How far away am I from him? 30 feet, right? Because I started walking.
Yeah, you had just started walking away, so maybe 30, 35 feet absolute tops.
Oh my gosh. I can't even be funny and say, like, objection, because I'm a lawyer. I'm just gonna use my last bonus action to debuff him. D10, and I'm literally just gonna say, just die. With a -3 modifier, I'll try a 5th level Psychic Lance on him. Which is a DC 17 intelligence save. -3.
But it doesn't seem like they hurt you.
It's a creature I can see. Not a creature that can hear me.
Oh, so your debuff doesn't require them to be able to hear you?
Oh, maybe for the debuff. Let me see.
Yep, I know Psychic Lance.
Oh, no, sorry, yeah, sorry, I'm thinking, my regular Bardic Inspiration is a creature that can see or hear me, but you are correct. The debuff does require specifically hearing, so I will waste that, because I don't know, but I will still do the Psychic Lance.
Okay.
Intelligence. I know a lot of mine are wisdom.
I will take that as a 19 on the die, so that's an 18.
Yeah, I mean, if that -3 was still on there, it would have failed, but it's fine. Half damage, half of... And I rolled a bunch of 1s and 2s anyway. She's just off her game. She is just off her game. 21, so 10 for a 5th level spell. Yikes.
Okay, so you can watch it, and you can see, even though this individual can't hear you, as they're standing up, you just sort of get that same... And then turns and starts... They seem to be looking for you.
I will continue moving. I also keep on forgetting that my walking speed is 40 feet, and I keep saying I move 30, which is funny. But so I will move until I get back to where Rose's body is, and I make the motion to go for my bag of holding to put her in it. I know I've already used my action, but essentially I go to do that, and I'm looking at her body, and I just can't do that. That's too weird to do. So I'm going to just continue to leave.
Okay.
That's how she deals with these sorts of situations. I need to, like, just leave.
Okay. Brings us back to the top of the order, and Sarah.
Hey, you said that's up to Murdoch's knees.
Yeah,
the
you're
water?
probably about mid, just above your abdomen, you know.
Okay, yeah, I'm shooting spellcaster, bro.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna use the insightful fighting
Okay.
and all that jazz.
This is deception. is a 19.
Okay. Oh my god. Rolled an 11.
So unfortunately not. You can make your attack.
Okay, so I start shooting.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
It does not. He blocks it with the shield.
This guy stinks!
You think it might be there's, as you pull your crossbow up real quick, the arrows, the little frills
Yeah.
on the arrows are just dripping with water. You fire it's a little wonky.
Oh. Ah, god.
I'm sorry, Sigma, you did everything right.
You know what? I'm gonna pull out my dagger and start running towards him.
Okay.
This guy does stink.
Waiting towards him.
Yeah.
Okay, that brings us to this individual who
It's an Aquafit class.
has been freed from Emil's control. So he is going to come charging up. Seeing Sarah run up is going to charge to meet Sarah and can actually make 3 attacks. Is going to take all 3 at Sarah.
Stop running towards danger.
First one's gonna miss. That is a 12.
She can dodge uncannily,
You aren't a tank, though.
but she can dodge uncannily.
Yeah, but
Sarah, does a 12 hit you?
It does not.
Oh, okay.
still not tank.
Just dive into the water.
Okay, second one's a 19. I think that's gonna hit. And third one's a 22.
Okay.
I got 2 that connect. First one is 10 points of piercing damage
Okay, so 5.
and 5 points of poison damage.
I'm resistant to poison,
Okay, so 2 points of poison damage.
but I'm all. Does it stack? Does Uncanny Dodge stack on top of the poison resistance?
What is Uncanny Dodge specifically?
It's the one when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you use your reaction to half the attack's damage.
Okay, then yes, it would apply to that as well. So it would be 1 point of poison damage.
Okay. Yay, it stacks!
And
Yeah.
then the last hit is 8 points of blood piercing damage.
4.
It's only for one
It's
attack
only
that
for
hits
the
you.
1 attack.
Oh,
So he hit you twice.
okay.
So it'd
So
be 8
eight.
points of piercing for this one, and then 4 points of poison. That would still get halved by your resistance
Yeah.
down to 2.
2. Okay. Granny's at 29.
And then
You're fine.
he is going to use his bonus action
Oh god, his bonus action.
to disengage
Mm-hmm.
and go charging towards Emil with the remainder of his movement. Can't actually, Emil had moved up, so he can get right up to Emil. So this individual is now right in your face. And that brings us over to Furia, who is currently standing in, mid-shin high water.
Alright, so technically, for every 5 feet I move, I take 1 damage in water. Or, for every gallon of water splashed on me, I also take 1 damage. So would the rising of the water count?
I
Is
would
my
say
question.
yes, so,
How many gallons? How many gallons do I take?
we'll say you take 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Because again, it's realistically, this is probably hundreds of gallons that he's basically creating for it to cause us to rise up.
In
but it's not
20
like it all hit you.
Right.
in 20 cubic feet of water, there is 149.61 gallons.
So Sarah is trying to kill you.
It would only be the water that's touching you. It wouldn't be all the water in the area.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
So say between it sort of rising up and then settling back down, we'll call it 7 points of damage.
Some of it
Alright.
gets in your fiery nose.
it's all bonus HP anyway.
Okay, and then who is the closest? The dwarf closest to me. I'm gonna head towards them.
Well, the guy who you had engulfed literally only moved 5 feet away from you.
Okay, so he's
he
still
is
in.
literally still within your melee range. He's just
Okay.
not in your body anymore.
Okay, that's
And
fine.
then the other one.
I'm
ran
assuming
over
he's not on
is-
fire anymore either.
Correct. As
Okay.
the water raised up, he did one of these where he just sort of dumped back and came back up.
Like a shampoo commercial.
Yep. Shook his hair out afterwards.
All right. Splashing more water on me. Ow. Yeah. So since he's still there, I'm just gonna make 2 more attacks and light him back on fire.
Okay.
I mean, we are standing in water, but I have to light him on fire. It's just what my attacks do.
Yep.
Dice, come on. So that's an 8 for the first one,
Nope.
I really
and a
didn't.
23 for the second.
That'll
There
hit.
you go.
Yeah.
I never expect single digits from you for anything.
Like one dice, just not rolling one. 7. That's 10 fire damage,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's back on fire.
Yep. Okay, anything else you're doing?
That's it.
Okay, so that'll bring us over to Lydia then.
Granny, I can either get rid of this water or save your ass. Will you stop making me choose? Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the water. And I'm gonna start moving it back towards the, river.
So you're gonna cast Control Water?
What?
How are you doing?
I've got, control water.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast control water and move it back, push back, redirect flow.
Okay.
Oops.
Battle of the Water Wizards.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love waterbenders fighting. It's so cool.
Okay.
Yes, Katara!
Yes, little bunny Katara.
Oh god.
So as you cast this and it flushes back down past everyone. Furia, you're going to take another 4 points of damage from water being pushed. Basically, now it's coming from behind.
Through you.
Slams into yours, it goes back to the river.
Sorry,
It's
Furia.
fine. I have elementals have like 100 hit points. So
Okay.
I could take this a couple more times.
It's all bonus HP.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so you're staying where you are, though?
I'll move up closer now that I'm pushing the water back. I'll just start moving up closer towards the range of everything, so I'm a little closer.
Okay. As you move up, that brings us back to Art and Emil.
Seeing the dude like right up on Emil, I'm going to try a spell that I haven't tried before. I'm going to try and cast Phantasmal Killer on this person.
Okay. I think that is a saving throw, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see here. And are you looking at the spell?
Yeah, Wisdom saving throw.
Does it say they need to hear you?
You tap into the nightmares of a creature you can see within range.
Okay, no, that doesn't say anything about hearing you. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna save. That's a 3 on the die, so no.
No, I'm a little bit smarter. Just a bit. Okay. Ooh, that's exciting. How do I do this? 40.
What's the spell say? I actually haven't used that one. I'm familiar with it.
Target must make a wisdom saving throw on a failed save. Target becomes frightened for the duration.
Okay.
At the end of each of the target's turns before the spell ends, target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 4d10 psychic damage.
Ooh, I want that one.
Okay. Doesn't you can see that he seems to be shook, but doesn't seem to have an immediate effect on him yet.
Oh,
Beyond
He
that
shooketh.
stuff. Something seems to be freaking him out. Anything else you'd be doing, Art?
No, I think I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. So that then brings us over to Emil.
Okay, so I know this this individual moved closer to me, but did I manage to get him and the magic user in line, or would I have to?
He had to move to avoid Furia.
Yeah.
So now he is now off to off to your side.
And he would get an attack of opportunity if I moved away from him.
Yes, he would.
All right, I guess then I'll just target the individual in front of me then. But if I do that in a straight line, are any of my party members in?
No.
Okay. So before I cast the spell, I'm going to use Heightened Spell, so I can use 3 sorcery points, and this individual is going to have disadvantage on this saving throw.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt at 5th level.
Jesus.
So that is a Dexterity save at disadvantage.
Which he is going to fail miserably.
All right. So at 5th level, that is 10d6
Okay.
lightning damage.
Dice.
Hmm?
I have a ton of dice I can just bring to your house.
That is 31 points of lightning damage.
Okay. So,
I was very scared you were gonna lose count.
Yeah.
as you watch as he reaches, this little human reaches forward and this massive bolt of lightning strikes out from his hands, hitting this individual, and literally just blows them back. And this individual lands floating in the river,
Woo!
a couple of feet away, as they are no more. Anything else you'd be doing? You staying where you are?
Yeah, he'll just stay where he is now. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Brings us over to this guy again. Who's he's not happy with Lydia taking over his. deal with you. Close. Okay. Yeah, he's not. Doesn't want to deal with fire elemental. Oops, let's check this. Okay, you know what? We're gonna have map real quick. This is fairly large. And he's gonna tweak up his plan here. And he's going to using his action, just make sure he can do this on the spell. And he's going to turn and look at you, Sarah, as you have charged up towards him with your sword. And is going to cast a spell at you. As he reaches out to touch you. And that is a, let's see, that's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So that is 35 points of necrotic damage. As he reaches out and grabs hold of your shoulder. And all of a sudden this strange pulse, and you can see just this blackening of your veins in your neck.
Does the uncanny dodge still work?
Do you still have your reaction? Has it been your turn again since you last used it? Yes, it has. So you would.
Okay. Oh, thank God!
Class features save your life.
Okay. Granny's looking rough, but I'm okay.
Okay. Let's see if we have any other.
Aquafit is hell.
Actually, well, hold on. This will be halved as well. As a special feature when I do that. So that is. You also take 3 points of fire damage. So that is half. It was 6, half it to 3.
Okay. I have 9 hit points left.
And that will.
I am very ow.
Stop tanking.
And then he is going to turn and is going to run away from you, Furia. So you will get an attack of opportunity. So will you, Sarah, if you choose to.
Okay, yes, please.
I will take that, yes.
I will with the short sword or the dagger. You said sword.
You have a short sword?
I do have a short sword. But I pulled out a dagger, so I'm gonna say dagger.
I got a 23 to hit.
That'll hit. That'll roll your damage.
18?
18 will not, unfortunately.
God damn it!
That's 9 points of fire damage, and he's still on fire.
So it's a 9.
Or is again if this isn't. Did he take fire damage at the beginning of his turn?
No, he did not. Go ahead and roll
It's a
that.
D10.
Double damage.
Nice, that's a 10. Thank you,
Okay.
Dice. You're picking up.
Well, he is looking very, very rough as he takes off running, and as he gets to the bank, dives into the water.
I want to make sure he doesn't come back up.
And that ends his go and brings us back to Murdoch.
I am continuing to leave this situation.
Okay.
I'm very sorry. It has from the 5 million fireballs and lightning bolts. Is anybody coming to see what's going on?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Sure.
I was wondering that myself, but I didn't want to bring it up just in case
Yeah.
the DM got ideas.
That's a 4.
You have no idea. It's been a lot of explosions and loud noises and flooding. There's a lot going on.
I can't see straight. There's too much killing going on.
You're the only straight person in this party, I thought.
Am I? Looks at all of it. That's not. Doesn't matter.
Elemental, who knows?
Yeah, I'm just. I don't know where I'm walking. There's been too much killing. And I'm just leaving. I still think they can all handle it, so.
Okay. So now that brings us to Sarah.
Okay, you said. Okay, he dove off of the water.
Yeah, he dove into the water and somewhere in the river.
You know what? I'm very heavily damaged. I'm gonna go find my bunny.
Okay. So as you start heading over to Lydia, you can easily get there with your movement.
Hey, Lydia.
Yes, Granny. You look terrible.
I feel terrible. For multiple reasons, honestly. Would you mind getting me back up to speed so I can make sure that fellow doesn't get back out of the water?
Sure.
Thank you.
So Sarah's going over to you for that. I'll bring us to Furia.
Alright, well, I don't have any distance spells, and that's the only guy left. So I'm going to, since he seems to be fleeing, or just putting out his fire, but probably fleeing, right? He's, swimming, not just
Yeah, he dove.
dunked under.
He dove in and he's underwater.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to drop fiery form. And if I could, because that's a bonus action, I'm going to dig out my bow and just take I think he's over there, shot with my bow and arrow.
Okay,
Long
go ahead and make your attack roll. It is disadvantage.
Alright. 16 plus something. That is a 20 something. 16 plus 7. Goodness, math is
23.
escaping me.
That'll hit.
Alright. That's 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Non-magic.
As you fire the arrow into the water, you can see a little bit of blood sort of trail back up in the water. You're pretty sure you hit. Hard to know what state he's in though at the moment where he's underwater.
Yeah, alright, that's... I'm gonna start moving in that direction as best I can.
Okay.
Not getting in too deep or anything. Now that I've only 35 speed. But that's my turn.
Okay. That'll bring us to Lydia.
How long do I have to concentrate to make all the water go away? Another couple turns at least? Just wondering.
I'd say at this point you could probably drop concentrate. I mean, he basically, as he pulled it up and it was starting to flow up, you pushed it back,
Okay.
and then he's got his concentration on it, but you guys are sort of holding it right now.
Okay.
Actually,
I
he
will
needs to.
leave
I
my-
need to roll and make a concentration check for him. Okay, so it's fine on that one. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I will hold concentration and I will cast Mass Cure Wounds on it.
Oh,
I
okay.
know not everyone needs it, but just in case they wanted it, it's there. So that's going to be a... 24 points of healing for everyone.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's a 60-foot range, right?
Yes.
So anyone who needs it, and that would include you, Murdoch. You're probably just within, because it's only been 2 turns. So you left from where you were right up at the bridge, moved your distance, then moved again. So you'd still be within that range if you need it.
Okay, how much was the healing?
Yeah, how much?
20. I said 20 something.
I
20,
think you
I
said
don't-
24, but I don't know 100%.
I think I said 23. Let's go with 23.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Faye, I'm gonna I give you like a little granny kiss on the rabbit nose. Like, you're such a good girl. You're my little honey bunny. Cow.
Oh my god.
I'm glad I can't hear this at the moment.
I'm just gonna smile and nod and pretend to really concentrate on that water holding.
Okay. So that then brings us to Art and Emil. You both would have seen somebody, that individual, run away from Fury and dive into the water, and then she dropped form and took a shot.
I'm gonna pop off a magic missile at him. Would that work?
Say you have to be able to see him for magic missile.
Um,
I can't remember.
semantics. Now you can see within range.
Yeah, so you wouldn't. Currently, you can't see him or he's underwater.
Oh.
Because between everything getting pulled up onto the land and then getting pushed back in, the water is sort of a brackish, brown, dirty color at the moment. And all the sediment getting kicked up.
Well, I mean, then I'm gonna choose a spot that I think he might be in and let off one final fireball before everything is wasted away as far as my spells go.
Okay.
Eeny, meeny, miny, there.
Okay. Let's go ahead and
What should I-
roll your damage.
Okay. 31.
As right as you watch as it's the as you cast this, a couple of moments goes by, and you see a shield floating on the surface of the water.
Cool. I'll take that. That as a positive outcome.
Emil, anything you would be doing?
Trying to think. So, if I cast Chill Touch, that is in the space of a creature within range, which is 120 feet. It doesn't say that I have to see them.
If it doesn't say you have to be able to see them.
Yeah, so I will cast Chill Touch, and that is a spell attack, I believe. Yes, a ranged spell attack.
Yep.
12.
Unfortunately, is not going to hit.
Yeah, I guess he'll just stay where he is, and that'll be my turn.
Okay.
This is the worst guy. This is the worst kind of guy.
I had an idea that I didn't try, but maybe I'll try it next time.
Do they have to make a concentration check?
If he gets hit, yes.
Oh, Artman got it.
You saw a shield flow up on the water.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to guys have him on. And he's gonna make one last ditch effort, and he's going to come back up out of the water in front of you, Furia, and is going to reach out and try to cast a spell on you.
All right.
Oh, there's no little over a normal break time. Okay, that is a. That's his last fifth level cast. Okay. So that is a 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay. Math man.
I know.
Does anybody need a calculator? Some scratch paper?
Okay. I apologize in advance. As he reaches out and grabs hold of you with both hands, lunges forward and grabs up at your face, and you feel the sickening pull as he draws the energy from you, and you take 53 points of necrotic damage.
Oh.
Ouch.
Whoa.
He just got this character, Matthew!
No, I said Furia.
Oh.
Neil has Death Ward anyway.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
And then
Sorry, I saw Maddie look surprised, and I was like,
That
oh
was
no.
just a huge number.
Yeah.
he rolled very poorly when he cast it on you.
Oh, jeez.
And are you still up, Furia, or does that...
Oh yeah, I'm still up.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I thought
Yep,
you said
I'm
you had
good.
35 health.
No, no. I got more than that left.
Okay, so... And then he reaches up and does that. That'll end his turn. And actually brings us to Murdoch, who is walking away. So I'm going to hope that that's what Murdoch wants to keep doing. And that'll bring us over to Sarah.
Okay, wow. Fira survived that. Wasn't expecting that.
He's now Furious shouting, "Over here! Over here!"
Yeah, I'm like, I give Lydia another pat on the cheek, and I'm like pulling out my crossbow and like running over to the edge, and like I'm gonna take a pot shot at him.
Okay.
I'm going to have a horse litter. 11.
As it sails over and just barely sails by Furia just a little high.
You hear swearing in the halfling.
That'll bring us over to Furia.
Is he still gripping me?
Oh yeah, no, he hasn't let go yet. You just reach up and he's like
Okay.
grabbed up at your throat.
So I'm gonna give him a smile back, and I'm going to cast Primal Savagery, and I'm going to take a bite out of him in return.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
The 27.
That'll hit.
It is. That is 15 points of acid damage.
And how do you want to do this, Furia? As you bite. Is what does it?
I literally do take a piece out of him, and then I spit it into the water. And I just sort of shrug. Dwarfs don't taste good either. And just push the rest of his body into the river, and go walk towards Rose.
Okay, so as Sarah, as you have sort of been, as you were charging up towards this, and Art, you were over on this side as well, a little ways back, as you just sort of watch as Furia shoves the body in, and then turns and starts to walk away. That's where we're going to take our break this evening. We're a little later than usual. I do apologize for that, folks, but we'll be back in just a couple of moments to see what happens next as our party is dealing with Rose's death and this new individual, and Lord only knows what, given all of the noise, destruction, and other things that have been happening in the last, 2.5, maybe 3 minutes. So don't go any, folks. We'll be right back with you. back, everyone. As our party has survived the treachery of Rose and the assault by the dwarves from the Nether Mountains. As Murdoch is walked away from the multiple explosions and lightning bolts and floods. We'll start with the rest of you. As what would the 5 of you be doing?
I would make sure that there was a part of Rose left I could communicate with, maybe, just to see if there was a piece still there that I could talk to.
Her body is still there. Luckily, the floodwaters that had sort of come up and wet most of you put out what remnants of, like, what little bits of flame that Murdoch may not have got a chance to fully extinguish between everything else going on.
Okay.
So the body is there. It is very badly, I mean, it's rough. This person died from being lit on fire.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put a cloak on that.
When I reach, I'm going to rummage in Rose's belongings and look for the key to the door in our house. See if I can find it.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh shoot, I'm not good at these. Oh, that's not bad. It's a 15.
Takes you about 3 or 4 minutes, but eventually you do find it.
Yeah, I don't know what else Rose has on her, but that's all I want, really.
Had a lot of gold per se, but I know she had the that weapon that we had, that big maul.
Yeah, the big, like, crystal maul or...
Yeah.
As I'm putting a purple thing, something of Rose's face so we don't have to look at her, basically, I want to look for the maul and just bring that out in case we need to keep that down.
I'm sorry, you want to what?
Get the maul.
Okay.
She had, I'll just take that from her if I could. All I was covering her face.
Okay.
Before Lydia does that, I would like to go over to Rose and spit on her body. Go, nothing personal.
Okay.
Damn, Granny.
That is, I mean, she did say that to you and then attack you.
Yeah.
She did say that to you and attack you. But, whew.
You see Emil just kind of like shrink down a little bit.
Oh yeah, there's like a child here. I'm gonna go over to him and like just start being like, and how are you, dearie? Anything hurting? Are you okay?
I mean, I'm not.
Just
I'm
saw
not
you
hurt,
spit on a corpse.
Yeah.
Can't see.
I can see. I can see through the blindfold. That's not why I wear it. But I mean, I'm not hurt. I'm just glad to be away from those people.
Was that a
Yes.
blight spell back there? That was really cool.
That's what I did, or what he did.
No, I'm pretty sure you did that.
I did. What did I do? I didn't do blight.
I'm
You
pretty
did
sure
a-
you did a blight.
You did a blight the last time.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it was at the
yeah.
very beginning of the
Yeah.
fight.
You did
Okay.
you did a chromatic orb poison.
Yeah, and then I
You
did,
did
a
a
blight. I forgot I did a blight.
Yeah, you got like
Yeah, I just. I don't know. I've always known how to do that kind of stuff.
That's really cool. So I sort of came upon my magic like that too, but a little bit different from yours, I think. I can't do fireballs either.
Sarah passes a meal like a stale muffin.
Don't eat that. It's probably been in a bag for a couple days. I mean,
It's
if you
only-
like
This isn't bad.
really stale muffins.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just a warning. Not
I'm
everything
really
is
hungry,
fresh.
so he'll take it and try a bite of it.
Finally. Now we'll get you home nice and safe, and then you won't have to worry about this, okay?
Well, no, I can't go home yet. I have to get my sister. We were both taken by those people. I got away, but I have to get her back.
So why they're after you? Because you ran away from them.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave her behind, but we were both trying to escape, and I was the only one that got away.
You know where
Is
she
she with-
is.
Yeah, is she
No,
with them or
I-
she's dead?
She was alive when last I saw.
Little of
Yeah.
that.
I hope she's not dead.
No, she's not dead.
Where did you last see her? Do you know where that was?
The keep that these mages took us to. I don't know where it was though. They took us from our home in the middle of the night.
You.
Where's your home?
Do you know where was your home?
Yeah, my home was near the Nether Mountains. It's nearby that area, but
Well,
I
we
don't
are
know where we were.
on our way in that
taken to.
direction, so you might as well come with us.
Yeah, thank you. I mean,
Probably not exactly the most exciting to go right back into the fire as it was. But at least you'll have us alongside you if you do want to come along.
yes.
with us.
Thank you. And yeah, I just need to find some clues to where my sister is, so I can try and get her back.
What about your parents or grandparents? Any other family? We're
Yes,
not actually going to bring a child with us, are we?
Have you asked? Maybe they're just really short.
Yeah, my
Looking out at
parents.
Sarah.
Yeah, my parents are still back home, and they're, as far as I know, they're trying to get Halawa, my sister, free too. But
Maybe we should tell them that you're alive first.
yeah,
These are
yeah, that's a good idea.
little-
Dearie, this is a very this is a very dangerous situation. One you just got away from. Are you sure?
They're experimenting on us for our magic. That's why we can't. I can't just leave her like that. So
We could get her back for you. You don't have to go and do that.
no, I'm gonna go with you. I have to. I have to.
That
Sarah's
is-
gonna kind of like look at the other parties, like really.
That is fine by me. It's obvious that this person can fend for themselves in a fight, especially with us around. I don't think we'll have any problem.
Box again. What was
What?
in the box? From
Box?
Furio? The box from Furio. Did
Oh.
you find out what was in it, or did
It
Um,
looked
Look,
like
could
some
be
sort of a
white.
wand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got that.
And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I'm literally like a child in gnomish years. So, you know.
So am I in elfish years?
Yeah,
What
man,
the
we're just a
hell
bunch
I
of kids.
Except
And-
I'm
Old lady.
almost older than that one over there. I point to Sarah, talking to her.
I'm gonna look at Murdoch because Murdoch's the most mature.
I'm not
Oh wait,
there.
you're not there. Dang it!
But I'm
I
also
found another
older
old
than
lady.
Murdoch.
Please run
Technically
away.
speaking.
The mature thing to do.
I am old enough to know that when I don't know how to emotionally process things and I get angry, I start killing people. So I left.
Disengage.
Probably
I-
I removed myself from the stressful situation.
Magic or not, people have died on this trip we've all been on. People have nearly died. People have died and then come back to life miraculously. Twice!
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you're the one that almost dies the most often, so I think we'll be fine.
And I'm the oldest!
I don't know if you're the oldest. I think I'm still older than you.
Where's Murdoch? I'm not going to win this argument without
That's right,
some
you're not.
Shush you!
I believe Emil will go no matter what. Better
Ooh,
with
know
us
his
than
name.
by themselves.
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to help, I mean that.
Would you be let's put it this way, without us, would you be going on this quest by yourself?
I mean, I feel like I have to. I mean, I don't like hurting people with my magic, but if it's the only choice I have, I'll do it.
Well, you might as well come with us. We're always like what you saw that bear. That's pretty much what we do.
All right,
And a lot of us been together for some time. Some of us longer than others. There is one member that's missing. I don't know. You probably noticed that Dragonborn.
oh yeah, they're
That
with
made
you
that
too?
bubble with the dwarves. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
where she went, but we have rooms in the inn if you want to bunk in with somebody.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
I'm looking for Murdoch.
That settles it then.
What
Might
are
as
we going to
well-
do with Rose?
Oh, that's
It was a party member of ours that decided to betray, but I have a feeling that it wasn't what she really wanted, at least when she first met us. I don't know what happened to change, but something did.
I mean, I don't feel like it's worth it to bring her back, honestly. If she could hide that and then turn around on all of us, then what's to say that she would do it again? Or something along those lines.
I don't think I can bring her back now, but we can talk to her.
I could, but I don't really want to go through that. I think she made her decision when refusing to talk to us when she was running away.
True. Alright,
But are we just going to leave her here, take her belongings, or bury her
I have-
body?
can we put the party in the river for now? Maybe use her and say that she was trying to leave or nothing. Anyway. Trying to get away.
I mean, there's a bunch of other dwarves in the river. What's one more, right?
Right.
As according to the townspeople.
Well, wait. Art's gonna look around. Is anybody, like, looking at us? Clocking what is happening?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Dang it! Hey, what did Murdoch get? Murdoch got a 4, right? Well,
Murdoch got a 4.
so did I.
I'm gonna start
It's
taking
really
up
dark.
or
It's getting
emptying
dark
out.
now that the fire elemental's gone and you're not blowing things up anymore. You're not seeing anything.
I'm assuming her
Oh,
bag and
darkness.
clothing are pretty burnt up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I'm gonna start like unloading things that I think might be useful from her bag. If there's any
Oh.
potions or I don't know what. And then I'm gonna start gathering up in the blanket her body and walk towards the river.
I'm gonna come with Furia for a moment, and I'm going to be looking for a particular ring that she bought at the jewelry store.
Okay. So go ahead and make an investigation check.
I hate this D20. It's going away, going far away. Oh, the 7.
As you're sort of trying to watch as Fury's once a fin, you don't notice it. You don't know if you missed it, and maybe Fury's already scooped it and it's got tossed in. Hard to say.
Washed away in the river. Great. Oh,
May have melted, and, it's on fire for a bit too.
fine.
So is
I
Fury?
don't know if we should stay around here too long, though. Even if anybody didn't notice, I don't think that's probably a good thing to hang around.
We're leaving in the morning.
Is that not fast enough? I don't know.
But you can stay outside the city if you wish. As I'm carrying Rose.
As you start carrying Rose over to. Okay, so which side of the bridge are you bringing Rose to? Because there's a dwarf you took a bite out of that's on one side of the bridge, and there's the one that Emil blasted with lightning that's on the other side. And then there's the one that's laying on the ground at the very beginning of the bridge.
The least dwarf side. Maybe a little bit farther down. I don't know if I'm looking at the right spot, but a little ways down. And I want to actually push Rose out far enough so it goes into the current.
Oh, okay.
If possible.
Shouldn't be too difficult for you to do.
And then, since there's other bodies around, I would like to do a quick check and then do the same thing with their bodies, just push them into the river.
Oh, okay. So, looking at, well, the only one that's still on the ground is the Dark Dwarf. The other ones are already floating in the water.
Okay. Well, then I'll just pat him
down. One of them is
down.
floating in the water. The other one is wearing plate mail. So when you shoved him in, he sort of sunk down. He'll float back up in a day or two once body starts to bloat. But
yeah, so I'll pat the one on the ground down and then toss the body if I can.
oh, okay. Second here. Here. Okay. So, the Dark Dwarf has a full set of plate mail. Very like a deep charcoal gray, almost black in color. Basically a dwarf-sized kite shield. So I mean, the shield itself is almost shoulder high to this individual's body, and then has 3 javelins on them, as well as the hammer they were using, which you can see has a couple of runes carved into the head of the hammer. Let's see here. Okay, and has 17 gold coins on it.
Alright, I will stuff the javelins and the hammer in my bag of holding, and I guess the gold as well. And then sort of even more to closer to the middle of the bridge, and then just dump them over the side.
Okay.
You gotta clean up, guys. Come on.
Well, I hope they don't drink from that river.
Nah,
Okay,
we'll take a
while-
pause.
We've actually
fish
been
will
on
eat it.
top of like a dam to a reservoir.
So as Furia and Art are sort of rummaging through one of these people's pockets and is starting to move around the bars, Lydia and Sarah, what would the two of you be doing? And Emil, what would the three of you be doing?
I'm gone already. I've gone after Murdoch.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and make an investigation check, Sarah.
19?
Okay. So before you get to there, Emil and Lydia, what would the two of you be doing?
I'd be probably one of those people that was trying to keep an eye on Sarah where she was going, but at the same time keeping an eye on the river to see what they were doing. So I would try to be in the middle between them two.
Oh, okay. So you would see Sarah starting to leave while
Yeah.
they're going through the bars. So do you just let her go, or...
I probably know that she's going after Murdoch, so I'll let her go in case she needs to talk to her for some reason privately, but otherwise I'll just kind of be keeping an eye out to see where she, like which way she goes kind of thing.
Oh, okay. And Emil, what would you be doing?
I guess I'd be kind of like sticking by Lydia, like not really wandering too far, just kind of still just like trying to settle in, kind of.
Oh, okay. So, Murdoch, as you started to walk away, where would you be heading to?
I think it was walking less so with a destination in mind and more so just. She was having a little bit of a breakdown, and this is kind of what she does if she has a breakdown, which I don't think has happened fully yet before. So, just whatever was logically away from that place. So I guess, the bridge was near sort of like the northern, right, middle-ish of town?
Basically, the bridge you guys met at was near the southern entrance to the city.
So she would go north.
Okay. Yeah, so if you're in roll 20, this is where this all happens. Like right over.
Is the red circle on the map the inn we're all at?
No,
Or-
that is Crow and Valharos Tower. That's where you guys arrived.
Okay.
So Murdoch wandered off to the north, and Murdoch is just non-stop moving. You're just continuing to walk.
Unless I'm stopped in some way, yeah. I think it's just sort of this is how she goes through her thoughts.
Oh, okay.
You know, if it was modern times, she'd hop on the treadmill, you know? Like, that's where she would get all of her thinking done.
Sarah, you are pretty sure that you're on Murdoch's trail, but you know how fast Murdoch can walk.
It's true, I have a 40-foot walk speed.
Oh god, her and her.
Yeah, you're basically chasing somebody who is a faster runner than you are.
I start like shouting out like Murdoch!
Murdoch, go ahead and make a perception check.
From
Sarah,
the
make
scene
a
of the crime.
performance check.
A what?
Performance.
Performance, okay.
Perception is a 20, actually.
Oh my god, I got a 6.
Murdoch, you don't notice anything. Sarah, as you're yelling out, as you're walking down this one street, a window pops open and on the building next to you. Shh! Do you have any idea what time it is? Decent people are going to sleep.
Well, I guess they didn't hear about the fight.
Yeah. It's 3 a.m. Do you know where your party is? I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna just keep trying to like catch up to Murdoch, like just like power walking, like
Okay.
You can dash.
yeah. I'll use my bonus action and dash.
Okay. So as you continue doing that, we're going to jump back over to the other four for a moment. As at this time, Furia and Art would have finished with their searching and disposal of the bodies. What would the four of you be doing as you're now...
Well, nobody's shown up to yell at us, so I think we should go back to the inn and meet at the rendezvous in the morning.
I agree. It sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
I guess the other two members of your party are fine.
They know where the inn is. It's a smaller town.
All right.
Murdoch probably is just letting off some steam.
Well,
Use that
nightcap and then sleep.
Just sleep.
Mm.
All right, I'm walking towards the inn, wherever that was.
Easy
Yeah, I'll
enough
start to
find your ways
follow.
back. Well, at least for four of you. Emil, you better stay close because you don't know where they were staying.
Yeah, he'll. I'll
Okay,
keep
keep
up
an
and
eye
make
on
sure
them.
I don't get lost.
So we're going to jump back over to the other two. As eventually, about another 10-15 minutes goes by of Sarah literally moving, dashing, bonus dashing. And eventually, you do see Murdoch off in the distance.
Oh, oh, okay. I'm gonna do a couple more dashes towards her. Like Murdoch, wait!
Hey, stop!
Oh, there you have it. Whew. Murdoch.
Hello, hi.
The others are trying to allow that baby.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. I keep hearing myself. But the others are trying to. They think it's okay for the magic using child to join us on an adventure because he wants to find his sister that was kidnapped along with him. And am I crazy to think that we shouldn't allow a small child to join the Murdoch? People have died. You've died. I.
People have died. Too many. No, you're not. You're not. I can understand why that's really concerning. I normally wouldn't allow it, but I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know what to do.
I don't either. I thought you would have an idea.
Well, I've unfortunately created that reputation for myself. Everyone always thinks I'll have an idea. Oftentimes I do. But I don't. I don't know.
Well, we can't just bring a child on our adventures. Even one with magic. Like, he has parents. He has.
I didn't speak to the boy.
No.
What did the others say?
Furia said was fine, and of course, and Artemis agreed with her, and Lydia agreed, and they were doing something with Rose, but I don't. At this point, I don't even care.
You should trust our allies.
Well, that didn't really work well this time. And if we can't trust the party, then how can we trust ourselves to care for a literal child?
I don't have an answer. I don't know.
Well, there's got to be a law against this, or something. You're Murdoch. You know things.
People break the rules all the time. I don't think any amount of me saying yes or no you don't always listen to me. That's not me blaming you. I just I'll come up with a plan. I'll think of something.
Maybe I will too.
Okay.
Are you going to continue to walk the streets at this time?
I would like to get back to the inn.
I as well.
I don't know what direction the inn is in.
I will try. I'm going to attempt some sort of investigation or survival checking.
Yep, it'll be a survival check.
Okay. Ooh, 26.
You actually, in your chasing down of Murdoch, you actually have a pretty good idea how to get back to the inn, and you think you can get the two of you there probably about 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna like look behind me. Okay, so that street sign looks familiar. That boutique. Okay. You know what? I think I know the way. Okay. I'm gonna offer my hand to Murdoch.
Take your hand.
And I start leading her towards the inn.
Okay. As the two of you start heading back The four of you would get there first. So is there anything that you would be doing as you get back to the inn?
I want. You can go first.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
I don't remember who was with who. Who had the free spot in the room now? Because we only have 3 rooms.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying to
think
remember.
I was rooming with Rose.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
So
yeah, so
I
I
have
mean,
the
we
free
could
spot.
shuffle, but
Add another room if need be.
so we only have 3 rooms. We have a party rule, Emil, that we never leave the wizard alone
All right.
because things happen to
okay.
our wizard when they're alone.
And Art,
Whether they
right?
want them to or not, it's not always their fault. So it depends who you feel the most comfortable bunking in with tonight.
I mean, I don't really know any of you yet. I mean, it
You
doesn't
want your own
matter
room?
to me.
Would that be more comfortable?
No, I think I'd like to share actually,
Okay.
but I mean, whoever wants to, I guess. I don't.
Sure. I'll bunk with you for the night. If that's okay.
And you're Lydia, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, Emil.
Cheers.
I suppose we could do sort of introductions with those of us who are here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I am. I mean, you saw me throwing around fireballs. You were pretty amazing yourself, but I am dead wizard.
Okay.
You can call me Art.
Art. Okay.
And I'm Furia. I do the animal and now elemental thing. I could do some spells here or there too. Yeah. You might find me sleeping as a cat sometimes, so if a strange animal walks up to you, it's not always a bad thing.
Okay.
Yes, that and spiders. Sometimes a spider.
Spiders do
Oh.
come in very handy, yes.
Yes.
All right. I'll remember that. And Emil Weiss is my full name. So
Nice.
Well, it's good to meet you.
thank you.
And we can always head to your parents' home first if you want, before we set out.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like just. I haven't even had a chance to like I basically just got free, so I mean I haven't even had a chance to get back home yet. So
Yeah, why don't we do that first and tell
Well, in the morning, we do have passage on a ship for the city to the north of us, up the river. Maybe it's a good idea that we take that anyway, just so we get out of town in case somebody noticed our fireworks display.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a good way to put it.
and maybe I could find some clues along the way of who these mages are that took us, and I don't really know anything about them. They didn't really, tell us anything.
Would I have noticed any, other than I think you described it last time, there was a sigil on their chest. Was that the only markings that I would have noticed?
That's the only thing that you had seen, yes.
Okay.
And I believe, I can't remember who, I know somebody recognized it as a specific deity.
Yeah, it was like a hammer and an anvil.
Yeah, it was,
Okay.
I'm blanking on the name right now, I apologize.
That's what I assumed it was, but I wasn't really sure if I saw anything else, or if it was just
nothing.
that.
The only one was that individual, basically the cleric. So you
Okay.
and you guys would know that that was the symbol for that, his deity.
All right.
You didn't hear anything at that hangout with all the dwarves there, Furia?
No, I don't speak Dwarvish, so I wasn't able to understand
Right.
them.
We should really. Maybe that'll
I-
be the next language.
I'd speak Dwarvish, but they didn't really say anything helpful.
Hmm. Oh, okay. Well, at least we're getting out of here come morning time, and I'm sure that there, well, should be more leads the closer we get, unfortunately.
True.
I'm going to go get something to drink, and then I'm going to head to bed.
As you say that, the door opens and two more individuals walk in, seemingly a little frazzled. But Murdoch and Sarah have arrived.
We
Oh,
were
good
just going to
evening.
head up.
How are you feeling, Murdoch? That was
You're
an
muted.
abrupt
You're
stroll
muted.
for you.
I haven't talked yet, but thank you for telling me. She will take a moment, think. Whole demeanor just sort of changes, and she goes, "I'm going to be quite all right. I just needed to walk through and think, just in case we have to talk to anybody. Is everyone else all right?"
Insight
Yeah.
check. No, I'm kidding.
You can.
You can certainly
could.
try.
Okay, I'm gonna insight check.
Okay.
Her bunny eyes narrow.
No,
My
she's
deception. My
Yeah, your
deception is
deception's gonna be-
25.
Yeah, I got a 16. No.
It's a pretty
You look
good roll.
fine.
Yeah, I mean that's
Pretty good roll.
But
It
whoever-
just looks like she breathes and relaxes.
I cleaned up with Art's help the leftover dwarves. I did put Rose's body in the river as well.
I tried to look for that ring that she bought, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I have the rest of her stuff in a compartment in the bag if you want to look through it later. But Emil said that he'll stay with Lydia tonight and we'll regroup in the morning. Get out of town.
We did in rough introductions as well.
Oh, well, normally I'm the one to lead that. My name is Murdoch. Or at least,
Okay.
yeah. Everyone calls me Murdoch.
Okay. Murdoch. I'm Emil Weiss.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Emil. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Yeah, I mean at least I got away from them, but still not great, but yeah.
Okay, we'll do our best to keep you safe. I'm Sarah, by the way. You can call me Granny, though. And give them.
All right, Granny.
Alright, I'm gonna go have a drink now.
Yes, don't let us keep everybody. We're just a bunch of old farts anyway. Probably should get to bed.
Speak for yourself.
I'm gonna
I'm
follow.
referring to Sarah and I.
Oh, so speak for yourself, Murdoch. Artemis, wait up!
Okay.
Okay, so we have two heading over to the bar. What would the remaining four of you be doing?
I would be going up to my room. Or whoever's sharing it with me. I don't know, but I'd be going up there.
Mine is contingent on what Emil does, if Emil goes up to the room or not. So, I'll
Yeah,
wait.
is it like middle of the night right now? What time is it anyway?
It's not quite like middle of the night. It's probably, getting close to midnight as you guys initially had the meeting just after dinner, just like at the dinner time hour.
Mhm.
And then that battle, while it took us a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
really only lasted a few minutes. And then as you guys cleaned everything up, rummaged through what bodies you had to rummage through, everything away, eventually made your way back. It's probably like 11:30, 12 at this point. It's late enough for
Yeah.
kids to pass out, or depending on you, you may want to be up for a few more hours. Who knows?
Yeah, he's been through a lot, so he's gonna head up to sleep for the night.
case, what would you be doing then, Lydia?
I would find a quiet space for myself, and I would send a message in my head using sending.
Okay.
My last, like, high level spell. But I would send it to Zara Shade and say, "It's Lydia. I have a new, more accurate body now that might be useful to you. Strongly consider trading with me for the original."
Oh.
Not a bad argument.
A little bit of time goes by and you do get a response. So you're proffering a new deal. We could perhaps arrange something. Where can I find you?
Tomorrow. Okay. So that's what I'd be doing for, like, a couple minutes, and then I would probably go get a drink after that response, and
Okay.
sit down with Art and Granny.
Alrighty then. So, and Murdoch, you said you were heading upstairs to bed as well?
I'll head upstairs. I'll try to sleep.
Okay. Murdoch said,
Probably just sit.
Furia, Murdoch, and Emil all head upstairs. So the three of you who proceed to go to the bar. What would you be... What are you asking the bartender for? Are you asking for wine? You looking for the memory eraser? What are you looking for as you're ordering your beverages?
Sarah is going to just order, like, tea and see if she gets that.
Okay.
No alcohol, just tea. And then before Art can, like, get their coin purse out, go, "And whatever my friend here wants is on me."
Okay. So you do eventually get brought over and it's a very thin looking, very thin, almost skeletal human male who comes over to you. Long brown hair, pulled back, tied in a low, loose ponytail. Brings you over a small cup of hot water. Opens a little pouch and pours in some leaves into it. Lets it steep for a few moments and sets it in front of you. Gives a little nod and then looks over at Artemis.
I mean, I'll just have a pint of whatever ale is at hand.
Oh, so he goes over. Just literally right down, first thing. Gets you a pint, sets it down, comes back over to you, Sarah. That'll be 4 silver.
Here's the gold piece. There we go. I pass him. How many silver? 4?
4.
Okay. I'm going to give him 1 gold piece and say, "Whatever they want, keep it coming."
Okay. So then as Lydia, you make your way up at this point. You can see Sarah's having a cup of tea. Looks like Art just got herself a pint. Got themselves a pint.
I would sniff the air and like, kind of be like, "Is that? Did I used to like whiskey? Ugh, 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 ah, gross.
You're getting
Like that.
a very strong acrid scent from Sarah's tea as well.
Ah, what do I like anymore? Besides lettuce.
Oh yeah, you haven't eaten,
I
have
ate
you?
lettuce. I ate a salad yesterday.
Oh,
Ugh, this is terrible. Seltzer water.
He looks at you and eventually brings you over your carbonated water.
Thank you.
I whisper to the bartender and go, "Do you have carrot cake?"
He looks over at you a little as you're asking that. No, but I have some carrots. Should I put
No,
a carrot in it?
No, I think the carrot would be too much. But thank you.
Looks a little strange, but goes over to take care of his stuff.
It's hard to say. She just got this body. I was gonna take a huge swig of that gigantic pint that has been set in front of them.
Sarah's gonna like watch Art drink and go, Artemis,
Uh-huh.
I want to tell you this and ask you this before you get too inebriated.
Alright, ask quick.
Okay. Artemis, I want you to teach me magic.
What?
Well, you use books to learn your magic, right? So anyone who so reading the book could obviously allow one to use the magic within it and learn, correct?
Provided you study and you perhaps maybe have a little bit of an aptitude for it, but what I guess so.
You could just believe in something, Granny, and then you get magic. Nord? Have I talked to you about our Savior Nord?
Lydia, as much as I love you, dearie, every time I've talked to a god so far, they've been very unhelpful.
Alright. We'll leave it at that. I'll go back to my salt.
I guess so. We could try to start out with something not harmful to the mind or body.
What about that little water wall you made that one time?
No. Maybe like something to do with just like lights or something. The
The light cantrip.
I mean, yeah, that sounds good.
You can't see in the dark still, so that would
I
be
could
helpful for you.
yeah, that would work a lot better than potential harm to person and property. I mean, calling the kettle black, but maybe just to start out, just to see if you could. We could try.
If I do the lights, would you teach me the missiles you make?
Let's. We'll try for something like a cantrip, and if it works out, then we can try something a little more hurty, stabby. Sure. And then they take a big drink. Yeah.
All three of you notice that the bartender has been sort of watching this conversation and listening. And you can tell he seems to be watching you a little more than Sarah Art. And Reggie walks over and puts a small glass next to you. And as you watch, it's sort of, you get the smell. It is a somewhat potent alcohol within. And it is sort of shifting in different colors of brown. Looks like a light tan, a deeper amber. It's all just sort of swirling together. Almost in a pearlescent appearance to it. So he leans over to you a little bit. It seems you're a mite uncomfortable with their conversation here, so on the house for you.
Thank you, good sir.
I know the elderly can be a little pushy and hard to deal with, so.
You don't know the half of it. And they'll, yes, They'll knock that back, whatever that was.
Okay. As you take back, it's for those of you at home, if you've ever had just straight moonshine, Everclear. I mean, it burns on the way down. You've got a slight tickle. Your throat seems to get itchy a little bit.
Yeah, we could start that, like, right in the morning, or, like, sometime during a trip.
Do me a favor, make a con save.
Sure. Three.
Okay. So,
Oh, there.
as about 5 or 10 minutes goes by, and you are essentially basically blackout drunk.
Oh, great. Can't carry you.
As well as every few minutes you violently start to cough and hack up a hairball.
No. Lydia, I've spent too much time around you.
You mean Furia? I don't.
Oh. No. Which one are you? You're the bunny.
I'm a bunny. Have you been licking me?
No, but I'm not assuming. Is this not your hair?
Is it my hair? No, it's not my hair. My hair's kind of grayish. That's a different color altogether.
Huh.
You don't have hair, do you?
No, I got some.
Oh, you do.
It
Okay.
grew back.
I
Oh,
got it.
great!
I got better.
That's just concerning that you're coughing up hair. Granny, can you grab one end and I'll grab the other and we can kind of take them up to the room?
I'll grab the feet. They're lower.
Okay. Grab the top half.
Woo! No.
So as you start carrying the very inebriated Art away, a few more hairballs get left on your way across the floor and up the stairs.
Where does that come from, even?
And it is full on like cat hairball, like as you're carrying Art, you're
Oh god.
They're doing the wiggles.
Is Art dying, do you think?
No, dearie.
I'm turning into a cat.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Doll!
Maybe we should wake up Furia.
Maybe you had the magic in you all along. Maybe you did this to me.
You would know that a bed in my room is free at the moment.
Yes.
so basically you know where you're sleeping, Lydia. You have to put Artemis either in with Furia or Murdoch, and
All
Sarah
right.
goes with the other.
All right,
Well-
I'll put Art in with Furia then. 'Cause
Okay. One thing before we leave the bar, can I ask the bartender what's going on? Like, is this supposed to happen?
He walks over and leans on the bar and leans down towards you. Oh, it can happen sometimes. I didn't realize your friend was a lightweight.
Oh.
Meow! Right? That should be the next part of the course.
They'll be fine in a few hours, but mind the hairballs. They will be what? Oh, there goes another one. I don't know if you've ever had cats. They're just sort of wet and disgusting. You'll get up in the morning
Yeah.
and it'll be on the floor. Just make sure you clean up after it.
Okay.
Artemis, there's a hair tie in that one.
Sometimes I get nervous. I'm sorry I eat them.
Furia!
So,
Furia, wake up! Art's turning into a cat.
Pretty quickly, I open the door. Yes? Oh, that doesn't look good.
No.
Take it to
You're
strange
not
drink at the bar.
anyone. I'm turning into a cat.
I can help with that.
See? Totally.
You do that too. So maybe you can just I don't know. Take it out.
Well, once you turn into a cat, then you realize you're a cat, and then you turn back into a person. It's simple.
There you go.
That does sound simple.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're just gonna leave Art here with you then. See if they turn.
That's fine. I'll be up
Okay.
for another couple hours.
That's
anyway.
what I figured too. You could keep an eye. So I'll go to the room with
Emil.
Emil and sorry. And then open the door, knock on the door softly and say, It's me, I'm just gonna come in, okay?
He's already asleep, so I don't know if
Okay.
that would wake him up or not. But
Okay. It'd be really soft, so
Yeah, probably
I
not
would just
given
open the
how,
door.
Lydia's saying she's entering, so.
yeah, so I would just open the door and see that he was sleeping and try to put another blanket over his feet and then curl up on my bed and go to sleep.
Easy enough to do. That leaves Sarah heading into Murdoch, the room with Murdoch then.
I'm
Murdoch,
gonna.
would you have passed out or would you still be sitting up?
No, I don't think passing out. I think she tried to write, and that didn't work. And there's crumbled up papers on the ground, and she took the music that she's been working on. She had the stack of paper, and she was gonna rip it up, and then it started to rip, and she stopped. She's like, "No, that's stupid. You're not a teenager." idly tried to play her instrument, and that didn't work. She saw the shield that she had bought that she was using to train with Rose, and she kicks that to the other side of the room, and it probably like bangs right against the wall as the door opens. And she's like, "I'm so sorry. Sorry."
It's fine. Sarah's gonna like look around at all the stuff everywhere. I'm guessing I didn't wake you up then.
No, no. I'm trying to get something out. That's what my professors always said, you know, if you have something inside, you should try to get it out. It's not coming out. It's not coming out! So, that's fine.
Yeah, the last time I tried to get something out, we kind of I kind of made a mess of things in Waterdeep? Was it Waterdeep or Baldur's Gate?
Waterdeep.
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 Thankfully, you haven't done anything in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, so this whole situation kind of just sucks. It
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah.
it sucks. It's terrible. Unfair, even. Name some more adjectives with me.
It's disappointing, frustrating, unreasonable. I don't know. Are we still going to the Nether Mountains? I didn't ask.
We do still have ship passage, so that part of the plan is still happening, but we're going for a different reason. Did the others fill you in on Emil's reasons to go? Well, I also filled you in a bit.
A little bit, but no, something about a sister?
His sister's there. There's the dwarves that had him were keeping them somewhere in the Nether Mountains. He's not very sure as to where. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of digging.
All right. Well, if it's his sister, he might have something of hers. He would definitely know what she looks like. He could tell Lydia, and Lydia might be able to look in on her, and once she's able to see her, could probably send a message to her, and then we'll have the information, and we will go get her, and then the problem will be fixed.
And then they can go home. Yes.
And then they can go home.
Good. That's what we all should be striving for, is to go home.
Yes. I'm gonna go see if we end up having any diamond. I know we have some for verification purposes, but I want to try and talk to your husband soon.
Thank you, Murdoch.
Okay. I mean, you're welcome. And we should get to rest, sleep. We should go to sleep.
You saying it like that makes me think you should have gone to sleep a while ago.
Right you are. I will go to sleep.
Okay, so as the two of you start to turn in for the night, Fury and Artemis spend some bonding time as the drunken Artemis is coughing up furballs. That's where we're calling into tonight's session. As our party prepares to hopefully just calmly leave the city tomorrow morning, but only time will tell what potential consequences there were for a free-for-all in the middle of the city. So those of you who hung out with us, thank you very much for swinging by this evening. I know I mentioned it in chat earlier, but I want to give a big shout out again to Lella Big Mac, our beloved Victoria, our fairy bit mother, for sharing 1,000 bits earlier this evening. Thank you very much, and don't forget, folks, when the rest of the party is perfectly okay taking a random 16, 17-year-old child along in your murder-happy adventure, go try to find your traumatized friend and convince them to help you with this. Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus when you try to, because it's going to be an awkward conversation. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you next time.